Alright, I guess let's do this then. Welcome to the tutorial, the tutorial. So this episode I'm just going to teach you guys pretty simply, uh, just a simple fetch quest. So what we got here is a creation kit. I expect you to already have it installed, um, and what you want to do is you go here. No, actually, don't set a master's and active file. That's a bad thing. So just double click on that. Don't set an active master files because you're just making a new file right now. So you go, okay. Now we wait for this to load. Well, you know what? I think we might be back when this loads. And we're back. I put on some music. I got my thigh-high socks on. We're ready to code. So we've loaded up the creation kit. We've loaded up just Fallout 4. That's all we need right now. And so what we do first is let's go to Diamond City, Dugoutin. That's a good place to put NPCs because everybody fucking puts them there. I am gonna swear because I'm autistic and can't control my mouth. I have the lighting on. To change that, press A. That does the lighting. You can also press 6, and that renders the sky, which makes the lighting more like it is in game. And then all of these around here are markers. So all you have to do is turn them off, but that basically shows stuff like quests, NPCs, or animations for NPCs, not quite NPCs, but a bunch of internal stuff for that is needed for a bunch of stuff. But we're not going to really go into that. Maybe in a future episode when we do more complex quests, but for now, what we're going to do is make a simple NPC, place them over here. By the way, I'm moving around by holding down the scroll wheel and doing that. And then to look, I hold down shifts and I turn. And then to zoom in, I use the scroll wheel. It's really dumb. I don't know why it's like this. I blame I don't know, they dev this stuff. But basically, this whole creation kit goes back to Morrowind. If you look at the old construction kit or whatever they called it back then, it's basically the same. So what I do when I create a new thing is I use my prefix. For my unique weapons, I do 00 unique weapons. For like quests like All Americans, I do 00 AA or AAMC. But for this, we're just going to do 002. The reason I do 00 is because it means it's at the top of the list. AA can be at the top of the list. 01, anything works really. Find your own thing so it doesn't conflict with mine, or I'll be mad at you. Anyways, 002 NPC 1. Okay, this will be John. What is his name? It's John. He will be a unique NPC because I said so. That's John. Yep, that's him. What else? Another thing we need to do for John, real quick. It's just a real simple thing. We're gonna place him down in the world. There we go. There's John. I have snap turn for this, so it turns on 45-degree angles, and I have adjusted my step to grid to adjust to 1s. Normally it's on 8, so it'll just, but for me it just very small. If you have it off, you can free move, and same with this, you can free turn things. Pretty simple. So what we need to do next, we need to get him a voice type. So we're gonna go boop, beep. So this is 02 John VT for voice type. You don't have to do exactly that. Anyways, oops, sorry, hit the microphone there. Now we're gonna go into John. We'll go back to actor. You can. I know Dak does this because he's a fucking psychopath, but he searches stuff like this. I don't like that. I prefer to just go into what category it is, and you can search in here. Like if I want to find John, he's not there. Because there's weird things with the. To search just part of the name, use these, and then do John. Oh, I guess. I called him Toot NPC because I'm a dumbass. Anywho's, you go in here, and some things take a minute to load. That's just how this is. And we go Toot John. Yep. And we can make him like very buff if we want it. There you go. If you want more knowledge about how to make NPCs, just tell me in the comments. Maybe I'll do a whole video about that. It's a long and lengthy process. He's making me uncomfortable, so we're going to give him some clothes. So we're going to go resident, mechanic jumpsuit green. Some things in the CK don't show up with the material swaps active, especially clothes. That's fine. In games will be green, but in the editor here it is not. That is fine. That's normal. No, there he is. And John has a quest. So we'll go over to quests, and we create a new quest. So this is pretty simple to set up. Yeah, okay. We're going to do tutorial 45, quest completion XP. This is, you can scroll all the way down, scroll all the way down the bottom. Do miss quests, low level. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Type side quests, quest group. I don't think any of that matters. This is just for stat tracking to say, oh, how many side quests have you completed, yada yada. ID 00 toot John quest. John's quest. I will release this stuff on the Nexus for you guys to find and look at yourself if you want to, do that. Other thing we need to do, pretty simple. We need to create a reference alias to Jan, Mr. Jan. Be careful. And so, see, unique actor, and since we put that flag on John, we got that, and we can put this in. Doesn't matter what this is named in here, as long as it's unique to the quest. These are also important up here. Allow reused quests, allow disable. So if you have, an NPC who's disabled, when you start the quest won't worky. It will not worky unless you have that flag selected. But pretty simple. And a lot of these other things are used for more in-depth stuff, but it's pretty dang all simple. But that's pretty much all you need to do for now. And then we're gonna click OK. And now we have this quest here, and we open her up, and you see we got a bunch of extra stuff in here. No need to mess with this stuff for now. We're going to go to quest stages. We're going to set up our stage. We have 10. And so this one, we're going to put in the designer notes, player talked to John. This is 20. Player sent to get John's, let's have him him want the wrench. He wants a wrench because he's a mechanic man with his green jumpsuit. And 30 is quest done. Quest done. I just put quest done, and we put complete quest. There's a bunch of other stuff you can do here. And so what we do now is pretty simple. We got to set up our objectives, and we got to do. We've got objective 10, which is this display text right here. It will say, what it pops up on the Pip-Boy of what your objective is. So, get wrench for John, right? And then we'll do 20, and that will be return to John. What we will do for John, since we've set him up as an alias, we will do that. And I think right now is a good time to save, since we've made some progress and don't want to lose all of it, so we'll save. And that means what we can do now is snag a big old toot quest mod. That will be the name of the mod, and you save it, and it's saved. Wow, okay, so now, very important, save often, because quests crash the creation script, especially if you're using fixes. So if you're using fixes, maybe don't do quests. Fixes is good for other stuff, not for quests. I don't know if they've updated it, but when I was working on Brothers in Arms, I lost a lot of progress because it continually crashed using fixes. So I've gone back and used the old CK, which is fine, I guess. I would like dark mode, sure, but that's my rant over. Anyways, we're going back here. We need to, let's set up, where would his wrench be? Let's say that it is in the security office, if I can find that interior, city security. Let's say a security officer took his wrench and he's not very happy. That's a story. That sure is the story. Let's put it back here in the evidence locker so we don't have to sneak in here. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to misc item. We're going to find the wrench. He wants wrench number 2. This is, and we're going to rename it 00 2-inch, and we're gonna call it John's wrench. Right, and we're gonna add. We're gonna remove this, of course. We're gonna add this keyword. This is very important for quests. Junk jet. No, not junk. We want to put not junk jet ammo, so you can't shoot it out of your junk jet. In New Vegas, you could select a thing to make it so it would be a quest item in here. They have changed that because I don't know. Now it's in the quest itself. It's annoying. Basically, if you drop the quest item, fuck you. It's your fault. Anyways, so we go here and we just put that on there. We can turn it around a little bit. There's a button up here where you can enable physics. Be careful. That's unstable. So now, if you go back here, we grab new alias, new reference alias. We grab. This takes a minute to load. That's why you should save, just in case it crashes. We're gonna call this wrench. We're gonna do specific reference for this because it just works. And you can get quest object if you like. You can do this more complex. I promise you. If you want to, there's plenty of videos like from King Geth if you want to do more complex things. I'm just gonna give you the basics right now of this, and hit no to this because that actually does not work. They just suggested for some reason. Okay, so we're gonna go back over to quest objectives and hit new and hit wrench because now okay. So what this target ref means is it's what the little icon is pointing to you to go to. So if you want like it not to show you, don't add in the ref here. Anyways, and if you want it to show red, like if you're going to kill an NPC, like in All Americans I have it where you go kill Roach, and I have it be red because you're going to kill a hostile. And I did that to differentiate Roach being a hostile NPC to Garth or Haven, who both did not have a red icon, so it showed that they weren't hostile, and you are not, well, not like you're not supposed to, but you have the option not to kill them. But that's pretty simple. Now we're gonna hit OK, and we're gonna do this. Now, this is actually pretty important, but we're gonna go in here, and we go all the way to the end here, and we hit scripts, and we add a script, and what we're gonna do, oh look, it has the level inject I was using for all my weapons. Anyways, we're gonna go and snag stage. Let me see if I can. I'm pretty sure I can find it. This takes a moment because it's. So we're gonna do No, I think it's one of the default ones. It's like default. I'll know when I see it. Shut up. Default. I think it's default alias on activate. I think that's the one. Let's just make sure. Yep. Now we go, and now this sets it to 20, and we can set this to be 10 because we don't want you to pick it up before that. Player activate only. Set that true so we don't have, people. I don't think this is the right quest actually, or the right script because it doesn't have. Sorry, it's been a hot moment. Oh, it's alias ref. Yeah, it's default alias ref on activate. My bad. Sorry if that confused you. So we're gonna go select our quest, stage 20, prerequisite or 10. We're gonna clear this value. Player activated only. There we go. It's fine. So what this will do is it will set the stage when you activate it or hit E or pick it up. You can do that on activators whenever you have like a bell or something and you hit E on, or like a terminal you can hit E on. Anything you can hit E on, even a door. you can have it set a stage like that. The other way to do it is through trigger boxes, so when you walk into somewhere, it activates, but that's pretty simple. If I remember how to do it, because they named all the scripts really weird, but basically I'm using all, base game scripts. So let's go back to Diamond Series. No, that's already where we are. We want to go back to Dugout Inn. And we got John over here in the corner. I didn't give it any AI packages, because AI packages are the bane of my existence, and the reason why Brothers in Arms Part 2 is very slow in development. A little secret. But anyways, he'll just stand there, but you can give him like a default, sandbox in your editor location. He'll sandbox near his editor location right here, and sit down on that couch and go around, normal stuff. So we go to the quest, and we snag this one. We open that up, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do scene. And now this is the best part. We're gonna write dialogue. New actor, John. He's an actor, so we're gonna do player dialogue. This is Greek, and so he will say, "Hello, I need help." Because I'm lazy, I'm not going to write him actual dialogue. So what we want to do now is we're going to do requires player activation, and we're going to do get is voice type, right? And this means it will be him. You can also get is ID, and you can put his ID in, but that's pretty simple. That's what I normally use, get his voice type, because you can have non-unique NPCs set up. Like, you don't need to add an actor. You can have just, well, for this stuff, for when you're doing dialogue like this, this is where, like, you put in the idle dialogue, it gives ID. So why you need to have the ID and the voice type in there is because if you don't, every single NPC will do it, because there's no condition telling them not to. That's bad. So now what we do, and I'm not using XDI for this because I just want to teach you the regular basics. We go in here. This is player dialogue. So what we have here, this is the 4 options you have. Positive, negative, neutral, question. This one's sarcastic most of the time. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna do the basics here, and we'll have you say, "Sure, I will." Oh, why am I doing? So this is what will pop up prompt-wise. This is what will pop up on the normal base game for compass settings, and this will be the subdials, which is how it goes. And we're gonna put conditions on this. Okay, get stage. Right now, you gotta remember, we want to set this so the quest stage is less than, I think that's, yep, less than 10 for this one to show up. We can copy that over and bring it with us, and we will put in this one, thank you. Oh wait, no, you don't need to put anything for the prompt, because it's not like the NPCs will be selecting after you. Thank you, the guards stole my wrench. And you know what we can do? We can actually do a little secret here, and this makes him sad. So we go, sad. He's sad. Okay, so now we've set that up. We can set up a simple goodbye here. You can say goodbye. And we can have him say bye-bye here. And what we want to do is click end running scene, and that will end the scene. And over here, actually, what we want to do is have it so it says player, right, and that ends the scene. You don't need to put end running scene if it's just one stage like this, but I do it just to make sure everything's okay. If you wanted, you could put sarcastic or like, who are you? Okay, so next, actually, let's close out and save just to because anxiety is the one thing mod authors have way too much of. So we're gonna go back in here, and this is pretty cool. We can have This will be the new player dying. I got your wrench. You know? And what we're going to do now is we're going to have it so this only plays when the stage is 20, because we set that wrench to make the stage 20, right? So we're going to snag this, and we're going to put another one underneath it, and he says, thank you. Thank you. And it's pretty dang old simple. And now we have it set the stage 30. Quest done. Okay. And that also ends the running scene. Okay, now we're going to get into some nitty-gritty stuff. This is where it gets a little complicated and confusing sometimes. Okay, so what we do here, we have so now we have set, we have to put in here so it shows the objectives. We have to write it out in the script, and so we're coding now. Objective displayed 10. So that will show that objective 10. Ooh, please don't crash. So that's objective 10. And now we put that here, and we put objective 20. Now, what a very important thing, we do this. Set objective completed 10. So when you get to stage 20, it completes that. So what we're going to do is snag this one. Set objective completed 20. Alright? We can also do a complete all objectives thing here if we want to. So that's the bare minimum we want to do. But let's say I want to have it so it removes the wrench from your inventory. So we're going to misc item here. So misc object wrencho. Just give it a unique ID. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to see it. And if you do look into my stuff, I hate you. Okay, so now we have that, and we're also going to have it so he gives you caps. So we're going to do another misc object caps. Here's a little trick. If you put caps 001, right, that automatically, if you hit, yep, it automatically selects caps for you. So, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the creationkit.com. This is where I steal all of my scripts from. We're going to steal that. Now, what we're going to do here, so we're going to have them give you 50 caps. You just replace the thing with your ID for the things that you put in for the properties, cap 001. There we go. And we're going to have remove item. We search that up. Pretty easy to find. Oh, it's that one. And it's pretty much the same. We just grab that and we go wrencho there. Pretty simple. We compile that and the game is like, CK is like, yep, good. I do game.getPlayer right here, so I don't have to put in a property for what the player is, or who the player is. That's a really good question you should ask yourself, who the player is. And I think that should be pretty much it, besides if we run into any issues in game, which we will test out shortly. What you need to do now is save, right? And I'm a big stinker. I use Vortex. So I'm a big stinker. So now we need to go into plugins here. People yell at me, oh, you shouldn't use Vortex. I'm too lazy. So we look up Toot. There we go, Toot QuestBot. And we have that. And now I will be right back when we're in game, you know? Whoa. And we're back. We're in Fall of 4 now. I have a weapon I'm working on, which is pretty cool. The site is pretty neat. Dak stole it. I mean, he didn't steal it. Oh, look, the Kev dude's in here. Hey, John. See, he doesn't have any dialogue, and I have a quest, or a mod that makes it so he has lip files when he has no dialogue, so I can skip past it. Also, his head looks exceptionally big today. I don't know what's up with that. It might just be the angle I'm looking at. We can say goodbye, and he says bye-bye. The reason my the other two options don't show up is because I'm using XDI, because XDI is good, even though you guys say it's bad. So now we say, sure, I will help, and, you know, Well, John's quest, it's active, and now we go into our Pip-Boy, and we can enable John's quest. We can get a wrench for John. Now we go outside. This game is bad, so loading will take a long time. Maybe I'll cut out the loading, I'll see in a little bit. I did cheat to come here because I'm lazy, and that's why all the quests are starting when I come out. Let's go into the security office. So I have a tick. Alright, do that. Now we're in the security office. My game, Fallout 4, is on my SSD, which helps. Nice gun. And so we can go in here, and we can, make sure we're hidden so we can steal John's wrench. See? Now, since we had it set up so the script says when you activate it, it does that, so we can go back out and help John. I hope this tutorial helps more people make mods for Fallout 4, because the scene is really not the best, and I know people love me because I actually do stuff. And I really appreciate all the support and the feedback. And, you know, I'm just some retard kid. I'm autistic, so I can say that word, it's my word. But I'm just some dumbass kid who has too much free time when he's not working. Because I'm not in college, because I'm lazy. But that's enough of my personal life. If I can do this stuff, so can you. Anyways, I really hope more people can create mods for Fallout 4 because it's really not that bad when you get into it. Maybe I'm just autistic and it's easy for me, but with help from ChristianKid.com and tutorials like this one and King Gas and Seddons and other people, I bet you can do it. Okay, hey John. Okay, so thing to notice here, we only set up a hello for when he first talks to us. We want to set up a second one. It's pretty easy. Maybe I'll show it to you when we're done here. There we go, and it removes the wrench and adds the caps, and the quest is done. Very nice. So I'm gonna leave Fallout 4 and go back in CK and show you how to do that other thing. So here we are back in the Christian kit. I already did that because I didn't record it right. But basically what you got to do, right, is we have this one and we set it up so it reads the stage. So the same one as we were using over there, you know. So this we read the stage is less than 10. So that's fine. And we set up a new one for when it's stage 20, you've grabbed the wrench. So it says get stage equals 20. And so then he will say, did you get my wrench? Alright. And the other important thing to note is we have to create an archive. This is for uploading. This keeps track of all the files you need. So we have all this. These are vanilla stuff, so we don't need to include those. So we can pack these files up, and we have to put in the name of our ESP. So we have the main one already because I created it last time, and we'll create a texture one today. Or not today. It's been like 5 minutes. We'll create a texture one right now, and I'll show you how to do that too. It's basically the same. Just do that and then textures. And that packages it all up, and it's pretty alright, you know. That's the lazy way of doing it, because I'm lazy. You can also do it via Archive 2, which is pretty simple. There's plenty of tutorials about Archive 2. You just need to keep track of where all your stuff is. I just do this because I have a lot of dev files, and it's hard to keep track of everything, so it's just easier just to have them all right here. It shouldn't take this long for this few files. But it's fine. Yep, now it's doing textures, and we're all good. And so that's basically it. I hope you learned something, and if you didn't, shut up, or bother me, I guess, in the comments or on my Discord server if you have any questions. I'll do more videos, you know, if people want them. I'll do more stuff on NPCs, more stuff on dialogue, more complex quests with activators and bigger scenes. I might even do something with multiple NPCs interacting. If I feel like it, maybe I'll record the process of me making one of the new All Americans quests I'm making for an expansion, which I'm working on. Lots of stuff in the works. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and it teaches you guys something, because you guys deserve to learn, and learning this stuff is pretty cool. Anyways, till next time, gotta be with you. Have a good day, have a good evening, whatever time it is for you. I don't really care, but I do care about you. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video, if there is one.